Our mum was the larger-than-life character, very loud, bubbly, one-of-a-kind woman, like literally doesn't compare to anybody else. Had a massive dedication and passion for staffies and dogs. So 9 years ago she set up Staffy and Stray Rescue, a charity based in Dorset that aims to rehabilitate and rehome dogs in need. I think up to when she died, rehomed almost 800 dogs. So she's, left behind a massive legacy, and me and Sophie have now picked up the charity in her name really. Everything we do is for her.
She was very fit and healthy. I think that's why it's such a shock for someone to be very healthy with no issues to suddenly be in a hospital bed, and it was I think that was the hardest part, because it's just the contrast was so extreme.
She just sort of had a mild cough. I went to the doctor. I think it lingered a bit, about 3 weeks, so a little bit longer than a normal cough would last. And then she sort of, with that, had some mild shortness of breath as well. And went to the doctors, and they suggested she went for an X-ray in the hospital, and that was it. She was diagnosed.
It almost felt like being diagnosed myself. It was just that, I just remember it being such a moment where I was just alone, and it felt like I was in a movie or a TV show, and that was scary. And then not knowing how to approach that. I think kind of having discussions about illness, terminal illness, you kind of just find yourself in this strange world. You're like, these sort of things don't happen to me. And I think that was the scariest thing, that it's sort of like, it's very hard hitting. It's this can happen to me. That means it can happen to anyone. It just felt like pulling a short straw at that moment in time. But next week, tomorrow, it's going to be someone else, and it's heartbreaking.
She was a heavy smoker, like in her 20s and teens. So I think, between 15 and 20 years she had been free of smoke up until the day she passed. But the doctor did say that there was a potential strong link between the smoking that she had done decades previously, which sort of goes to show really that sometimes the effects can't be reversed. So it's really important just to sort of focus on having a healthy life early on, so to prevent things like that happening.
I think the reality is that if something hasn't happened to you, how do you become passionate enough to perhaps, stand up and say, actually, I'm going to sign that petition? But I would say just, think about the bigger picture. And I remember when my mum was diagnosed, I remember driving in my car, it was, a beautiful sunny day, and I just remember thinking, imagine never to feel the sunshine on your skin again. Imagine never to hear like a song that you love. And I think it is just living in the moment and just really thinking about your life and your health and that of your friends and family, and actually by signing the petition you could save a life. And imagine even having a year or two longer with a loved one. I mean, it's priceless, isn't it?